Hello, love bugs, and all my YouTube friends, and welcome back to another edition of Stirring It Up with me, Tierra Monique. And on today's segment, I found something very interesting on the internet that I wanted to share with you. Yes, a different perspective on YouTube is talking about some trans women issues. So let's listen to what he has to say and talk about it on the other side. Are you transphobic or not? We'll be able to tell at the end. So sit back, grab a friend, grab a piece of paper, because this is a lot. We'll talk about it on the other side.
Fear something. Just because someone doesn't want to be with you because you're not what they thought you were, doesn't mean they fear you.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Watch this part here.
Right here, I'm gonna show you. And I came across his, well, actually he was on my FYP. And I was like, oh, okay. Now that man looks like an angel, sent straight from God himself. But after further research on his page, everything said trans. So I found out that he was a female. He transitioned at like 19 or something like that. Now he's like 30 maybe. When I tell you I was no longer attracted to him, I mean it. I was no longer attracted to him after finding out that he used to be a female and he's trans.
Now, I found this to be a bit fascinating because this is something that a female is having to deal with. Coming across what she thought was a naturally born man, only coming to the realization that this is actually a naturally born female that transitioned into a man and no longer being attracted. Fascinating.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's just not my preference. Now, is he still beautiful? Yeah, he is. He's beautiful. But would I date him? I would not. I would not date him because that's not what I'm into. I am into men who were born men and are still men. And it's not a problem. It doesn't make me transphobic because I'm no longer attracted to him. It just means that I'm heterosexual maybe and attracted to the opposite sex. Does this make sense or does it not make sense? I really want to know. I want to know from trans people if this makes sense. And I don't even have a lot of trans people following me on here, so I hope that this video makes it to the trans world. But I'm definitely not transphobic because I don't fear the man. Because he's beautiful.
She said it as well. I didn't even realize that. She said she doesn't fear the man.
I'm just not attracted to him anymore. But yeah, so thoughts?
What she's asking is very fair. She's asking people of the trans community, hey, can y'all understand where we're coming from when we say that just because we would not be interested in dating someone that's trans, that it doesn't make us transphobic or have any type of hatred towards trans people, right? And I think that is perfectly fair. Where the confusion lies for me and a lot of us that are in the straight community is that it seems as though from the LGBT, I'm not sure all the letters, or the trans community is why is it that it seems as though a portion of them are trying to recruit straight people to be on their side? It's almost as if they have a liking or an interest in the straight person, but they want the straight person to like them for what it is that straight people like, but they feel as though that they themselves are that thing as well. Just like the first individual here, just like with this trans woman here. Why is it that you're going after straight men? Because straight men want what they want when you have a whole community of people that you can select from. So that's one of the questions that I have is, why is it that so many people are trying to step into the straight community and recruit from out of there?
All right, my love bugs, and that wraps it up for another edition of Stirring It Up with me, Tierra Monique. So now to answer this question, are you homophobic? Are you transphobic? So now, let me break this down. I meet a guy, right? that I think is a guy. He's very nice looking, very sexy. But then I find out he's a woman. Well, you know what I'm saying. He was born physically a woman, but he identifies as a male and has now taken the process to change himself, and he looks completely like a male. But now he's been honest with me. How do I feel about this? Wow. All right. I have to address this within myself. Well, it's been really nice meeting you. I think you're really attractive, but that's just not my thing. Hey, that was easy, wasn't it? So now, why is it so difficult from a different perspective to understand this? Why did this young lady need to blog that she saw a male to female was physically attracted to that person, but then found out that person was trans and was no longer attracted to that person? So does that make her transphobic? No, sweetheart, that does not make you transphobic. That just makes you not interested in that person sexually, and that is allowed. Okay? So any more questions, go over to a different perspectives page and let him answer them for you, because he seems to have it all figured out. I guess instead of him, I don't know. I guess everybody has their own perspective, and there's a lot of trans people out there wilding out. I'm just not one of them. Maybe I was back in the day, and I did things for whatever reasons. I gave myself the excuse to do them, because that's what people do. We give ourselves excuses to do the things that we do. Well, men ain't nothing but dogs. Men ain't nothing but trying to use me. So why should I dish in my business? For what? So that's what a lot of girls think, and that's how they think. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please address them in the comments section. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section as well. If you did like this video, do hit the like, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. So until next time, take care of yourself out in these streets, and there will be a next time. Bye.